I never thought he was a good quarterback, but I'm kind of rooting. I always root for comebacks.
Yeah, I love that.
He's become the underdog.
By the way, if you want RG3's house, it's only $2.7 million.
That's all? No, he was a good quarterback when he had the system tailor-made for him under Mike Shanahan and company.
Right.
He was good in that 1 year.
Why don't the four of us go in and just buy it?
I thought he was overhyped.
I don't think I could resell it.
Because I have no money.
We can resell it at a loss.
I don't know if I'm in on that plan.
NYU has all my money.
But anyway, so that's one matchup to watch. I guess I still want to maybe see the receiver breakdown. Is Cam Sims playing in the final game? Do we know that? I think he is, right? They held him out of the third game, but I think Cam Sims is playing. I like to see that. The Brian Quick battle.
If he wants to make the roster.
Right.
You know?
It is kind of amazing, though, that we have seen none of Chris Thompson, Jordan Reed, and barely anything of note of Josh Doxson, of Jamison Crowder, of Paul Richardson, all their skill positions other than running backs.
The only reason Williams
I have faith
played
in Trent. That's
is because
fine.
he wanted to block for AP.
Guys who've played forever, like I'm not worried about Alex Smith, Trent Williams, but these guys really haven't done that much. Like Josh Doxson, I think you tweeted make or break.
Oh, it definitely is.
I mean,
people were giving me a hard time about saying that, too.
He did nothing in the preseason.
Are you kidding? It's not a make or break year for him?
What would Jarvis Landry say to the Redskins receiver in a team meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd grill them.
About being on the field? Right. You can't be hurt and watching everything?
Yeah.
Everybody hurts. Got to get out there.
By the way,
what was the word that he uses, though, over and over and over again?
Bless him? When he says bless him?
No. The guy in the rookie show.
Yeah. Contagious.
Contagious.
Doxson,
they did a whole bit.
If he's the number one, which he's, I guess, slated to be, does he draw Patrick Peterson in week 1 against the Cardinals?
Yes.
Probably.
That's not a fun matchup or advantageous matchup for him.
That's if you put somebody on the supposed number one. They might disrespect the Redskins receivers to the point that they'll just say, you'll just be on this side, you'll be on that side.
Peterson's going to play exclusively on one side.
Oh, okay.
So you just,
he's just going to shut down the side.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard to shut down the Redskins receivers. So they'll just have to use tight ends and
they don't have the game plan specifically for Josh Doxson.
I don't think anybody's terrifying. Although I really haven't seen what Richardson can do, but you're not going to see that. I wouldn't expect in his
I've been saying it all offseason. He's going to do what Deshaun did. Maybe not as well, but he's going to run those same routes.
Yeah,
sometimes
I think so.
it's going to clear out.
That's the idea.
And I saw it, I think, in one of the preseason games. I can't remember if it was the first or the second, where Vernon Davis had, I guess it was the second game, where Vernon Davis had a reception across the field from Alex Smith. I believe Richardson's role was to clear out, and he cleared out over the top, and some of the defense went with him, and that opened up Vernon Davis underneath.
Of course, that's the idea. That'll work. They can do that. It's fine. Did I see that Deshaun was running with the second team guys at one point? Is that actually a thing?
No clue.
In Tampa? Do we know that?
I did not see that.
I'd find that surprising. He had a pretty good year last year.
He does a lot of boating and partying. I mean, he gets after it.
He does.
And then he'll run around the sand a little bit and tweet a workout video, and everyone thinks, "Oh, okay, that's good. He's staying in shape."
I like the show better a little bit.
Well, whatever. Apparently, there was some sort of ceremony for breaking ground on a almost $500 million project around the parking lots of old RFK, and our friend, the D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, was there. Of course, Dan Snyder was also there as they were breaking ground, and she talked about how the Redskins are kind of the only team that aren't still based in D.C.
Right.
And Dan even kind of acknowledged that, talked about how he'd been going to Redskins games since he was 6 years old. And clearly what she would like is for the Redskins to break ground on a new stadium, I think right there at that old
I think they're
spot.
putting in soccer fields, lacrosse fields. They'll be ready by March. The problem with that site, and I know some of the studies say, is it's not ideal for traffic, and it's not ideal in terms of retail. Right now, there aren't shops like nowadays. I mean, look at what's happened here around Nats Park.
Yeah, but you could do it
Tons
later.
of restaurants. I mean, it could happen later, but
That's what happened here.
it's just not set up right now.
It wasn't set up for it here.
It took a while for it to happen
Took 10
in
years.
this neighborhood.
Took 10 years. They were 10 years behind schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you just...
The economy crashed. Took forever. But she also talks
whatever
about,
they do, they're going to build all that stuff.
She also talks about the financing and how they would do it if it did come to D.C. And God, I'm so clueless on this stuff. I think they used the D.C. United agreement in how they would do it, which would be provide the land to the team for free, and then the team would be responsible for building the stadium. The Nats, though, on the other hand, theirs was built entirely with taxpayer dollars. The Lerners got hooked.
That's a nice deal.
Completely hooked.
Yeah.